Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to winter. I know it doesn't look as cold to you guys on TV, but it's 25 degrees out right now, and the forecast says it's only going to get worse the next several days, which is a good thing that today we're leaving. Today we're pointing our truck towards Texas, and we're finally heading south. But before we do, we got to take care of some things. Oh man. There, that's better. Today is a big travel day. We actually have 2 days of travel planned. We're leaving Springfield, Illinois, and we're heading to Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And we're actually not gonna get there until tomorrow. But we're really heavy right now, and I don't wanna carry around this extra water weight. So this morning, we're dumping our black and gray tanks. All right, that's done. You ready to go, Bubba? You wanna get in the truck? Come here. All right, the kids are loaded up. Alicia's doing the last cleaning. Buddy is still out here because Buddy hates car rides, so we let him wait to the last minute to get in. And we're just about ready to go. What time is it?
10:37. Only 37 minutes late from when we thought we were gonna leave.
Yeah, we woke up at 7 with the idea we'd be out of here by 10. We're still not out of here yet.
We're close, that's all that matters. And we can take our time. We gotta savor our 40th state. Like, this is our last time to be here, right?
For this trip, yes.
Where are we headed? I don't even know. Not Illinois, right?
Tonight, we're gonna be in Missouri. Tomorrow, we'll be in Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. I thought we were leaving Illinois, and we already got our Missouri sticker, so it's the last of the new states. We're gonna take our time.
I thought you'd be more excited because this is officially the start of the trip to Texas.
Oh, I'm super excited about that.
All right, almost messed up. Almost left those on there when I was bringing the slide in. I just didn't feel right. I felt like I was forgetting something to do. And I was. All right, let's try this again. You know, this is the slide that scares me the most because it works all the time, but it's the one that makes the most unusual sounds when it's coming in, especially when it's cold out. That's done. So, last little checks before we close it in for the trip. These slides actually don't scare me, and they should. It's because they make no irregular noises like that bedroom slide does. So you know how we know it's time to go south? When you unhook your power cord and it stays in the exact position that you had it hooked up in.
Doesn't want to bend?
It doesn't want to roll up at all.
Too stiff, too cold. Time to get back to Texas.
25 last night. That is about 45 degrees colder than people from Texas like to see it.
Exactly. Like 65, 70, that's cold enough for us. Occasionally a 55 night, that's okay.
But you better have a fire on
exactly. You're gonna have a fire going. We do not like the cold.
You know, surprisingly, you would think being from Texas we like the heat. We actually don't like the heat either. We actually just want perfect weather all the time.
I like the heat.
Okay.
Just when I'm not pregnant.
Okay. Before we hit the road again, I'm gonna get a clip of her saying, man, it's hot, we need to leave.
No, what's gonna happen is we're gonna get back to Texas and their winter isn't gonna be cold enough for me and I'm gonna be sweating already come December.
I mean, you were pregnant in the winter and you still claimed it was hot.
I would be outside standing barefoot in shorts and a t-shirt and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I was roasting inside, so I have to come outside for some cold air.
We're loaded up and ready to go. Doing my last little checks around the RV because it is a big travel day. But man, we are excited. We are excited to be on the road, excited to be heading south, excited to be spending time with family. All right, are y'all ready to go?
All right, so I am here at the turning point where we're gonna exit. I'm just gonna be here to watch to make sure he doesn't hit any of these trees while he tries to avoid that. Here she comes. Pausing for a camera angle change. He just hopped out and he's going to pick up another camera, I think.
Y'all didn't think I was gonna forget you, did you? Did y'all see how close that pole was to the RV? Man.
Oh yeah, I hear him talking to y'all right now. He said, did y'all see me?
All right, watch my tail because there's a few more turns like that before we get out.
Not too bad. There were a few little limbs that were touching the camper, but they were so tiny I don't think they would do any damage at all. So, good job, babe.
Hey Bob, what do you think about that corner lot right there? That guy's got an amazing sight, doesn't he? You think we should try to get a sight like that one time?
Looks awful familiar.
All right guys, thanks for watching my tail swing and thanks for making sure I didn't get chopped by the gate guard. Not ready to go yet. Forgot to turn the water pump off. You would not want the water pump going while you're driving down the road, because if you had a problem, you would get somewhere and all that water would be inside the RV somewhere, and we wouldn't want that now, would we?
Oh, Bob, you ready for a train horn?
Always ready for a train horn.
All right, girls, you ready for a train horn?
Yeah!
Is Caden ready? Or is he asleep?
He's asleep.
He's asleep.
Man, he's gonna miss the last train horn of a state we've never been to.
Yeah.
From here on out, it's all old news.
All repeats.
All old news.
But y'all still tune in, please. Don't leave us just because we're going to have old news.
Everybody say goodbye to Illinois.
Say bye-bye.
Man, I give Illinois some love on that one. While we make our way to the interstate, let me take this moment to remind you, today is the last day of our Ooops Mega 2 giveaway. So if you want a chance to win your very own 2,500 watt power station, head over to pavingpass.com and get yourself some merch. Anything purchased from the merch store has you automatically entered to win your very own Ooops Mega 2. And not only are we having our biggest sale of the year where you can save yourself 25%, you could very well win this in time for Christmas. So good luck. Now back to the road. Y'all see what I see? It's the gateway to the west.
Over there.
Welcome to Missouri, or Missouri, depending on what generation you are. What do you guys call it? Missouri or Missouri? I call it home of everything that Johnny Morris owns. After making it 3 hours on the road, it's time for a lunch break. Hey Bubba, you having a good lunch? Yeah? You having a good lunch?
Yeah.
You having a good lunch, buddy?
Yeah.
Come on, bud. Whoa, 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 whoa. We gotta look both ways. That car got you. All right, is it good to go now? Let's go. You know what's amazing is how quickly the landscape changed on this drive. When we were in Illinois, it was nothing but flat farmlands as far as you could see. And as soon as you cross the Mississippi River into Missouri, it becomes the rolling hills with trees everywhere. It really is amazing how quickly it can change. So for those of you who don't have a big rig and you want to know what it's like, well, just pretend you're an 18-wheeler. And here's a good example. We're parked next to a bunch of them. As you can see, we are just as tall as them. We're not as long as them, but we are just as tall as them. So when we make our travel plans, we have to make our travel plans as though we are an 18-wheeler. That way, we don't have any surprises along the way. Lunchtime's over, and because we took 3 hours before we made our first stop, we might actually be able to make it to our destination tonight without stopping again. The key factor in that is, do we have enough fuel in the truck to get there without making another stop? We have 100 miles to go, and the truck says it's 105 miles to E. So hopefully we can make it there because there's a fuel stop at our destination. We didn't make it very far, and that's because we have a check engine light on.
Care to share what you're doing?
I'm gonna look at the code, make it go away.
Yeah.
If it'll go away, it's gonna go away. We're gonna read them. I already know what it is. Same one. By the way, this is not the first time this has come up, and I'll explain more in a minute. Make it go bye-bye. Yes. Did you hear the truck change? It changed when it did it.
Really?
Yep. So you guys are probably wondering, what's going on with the truck? Well, we got a check engine light when we were exploring Honest Abe's place, and we went and had it checked out, and it's a sensor. We went to the Ford dealership, they looked at it and said it's a sensor, it's not a big deal, and he told me if as long as it remote starts, it's not a hard code, so it's nothing to do with the engine or the powertrain. And since ours still remote started, he said, it's fine, I'll reset it for you. He goes, if it comes back on, just verify it's the same one, clear it, and go on your way. Because there's a chance it's probably covered under warranty. But the biggest reason is he told me he couldn't get it fixed up here in Illinois until almost after Christmas. The reason we had to reset it is because even though we get amazing gas mileage at like 8 miles a gallon with the trailer, when that code comes on, it goes to like 3.
Ooh.
So this right here only cost me 30 bucks, and I'm gonna save more than $30 in fuel I would've got trying to drive with that code on.
So let us know, where'd we get this handy little tool?
I just ordered it on Amazon. Came the next day.
Anybody want it linked on our Amazon store? We'll put it there because I didn't know you could buy these. Are they expensive?
No, 30 bucks.
Awesome.
So for those of you who think that every time an engine light comes on, just go ahead and read it and see if it's serious. And if it's not a big deal, you don't have to stop driving just because the light's on. You can get to where you're going and fix it when it's an appropriate time. Like us, we didn't want to stay in Illinois until after Christmas time to get it fixed, so we're gonna go ahead and go home.
I am one of those people who was under the impression if that check engine light comes on, you pull over immediately and you don't move. Well, I used to have to call Daddy. I had to call you or my dad and figure out what's going on. Luckily, that hasn't happened a lot, but I'm glad to know we're all good.
Well, you always want to check them out, but there's different levels of brokenness. Like, yeah, it needs to be fixed, but we can still do things. Or,
right.
Hey, it's getting kind of bad. Or, oh no, it's real bad now.
Better put it in park.
But this one right here happens to be not a real bad one, even if it were to continue. It's just it's a sensor. And since we're stopped, we might as well top it off with diesel. And now, back on the road.
No, someone should really invent a visor that goes all the way across the windshield. And maybe I need better sunglasses, because I don't feel like these are blocking this bright sun. Kevin just informed me I do have this option. Watch me go up. Much better. How's the weather down there? Alright, he's gonna go pull around. This is our spot. There he is. I had us in site 12. We're actually in site 14. Look, this is a first. I've never seen this before. Has our name and our site number on it. I guess he thought if we got here late, we might need that.
Not the one you pointed at first.
I know. Yeah, in my defense, I got out to look at the site numbers and I was on site 13, so I just moved over to the right one and thought that would be 14. Nope, I was wrong. They count down here. So we got 14, then 13. So I was taking him to site 12, but we're actually 14. Did you see our name?
Oh, it's our names on it?
Yeah.
Man, you know you've made it when you get your own cone.
Right?
Could have parked a little better.
Be aight.
I'll probably fix it anyway.
Probably so.
This is going to be our home for the night. We are not actually unhooking. We're leaving the truck and the trailer hooked up. Even though I'm going to move the truck about 3 or 4 more times because I can't handle being crooked in the site. This is actually a really cool place, but it's getting dark, so I'll give you a tour in the morning. It's not really an RV park. It's kind of like a hotel with RV sites. We also made it here without any more check engine lights, so hopefully that doesn't come back on before we get home. But if it does, we'll just turn it off again. Well, good morning, y'all. How did y'all sleep? We slept pretty good. I've got two things for you this morning. One, I want to show you this unique place that we stayed at last night, and we have a new problem with the RV. But before we talk about the problem, let me show you this place we stayed. This place is called the RV Express RV Park, and it's right off Interstate 44 in Marshfield, Missouri. So what makes this place so different? Well, it's not really an RV park. It's just a really good place to park your RV for the night if you were traveling through, because it's literally just a parking lot with full hookup sites right here off the highway. What was really cool about this is that it's right here behind a hotel. It's got restaurants all around. It's even got stores. So even though we are still hooked up, we were able to walk to all the restaurants last night, and I got to go get some supplies at the local store that we needed for our problem. They even have an office. Inside the office, they have an office. They also have a laundry room. Men and women's showers. They also have a pool, but it's locked and I can't go out there. And that's basically it for everything at this RV park. And just in case you're wondering, how close to Interstate 44 are you? Well, it's right here. So this is our site. Huge pull-through concrete pads right there. Not much yard. You have a barbecue pit and a picnic table. You can see we stayed hooked up for the night. Let's go check out the other side with all the connections. So right here, you have this really nice pedestal, 50 amp water and sewer. Overall, it's a perfect place to park if you just need somewhere to stay for the night on your travels. This costs us $50 a night to stay here. And I think it's a perfect alternative to staying in an actual RV park or say a truck stop or a rest area, because this is a nice, safe place to park with full hookups, and it's easy on, easy off, back on the highway for your travels. I know we only stay here one night, but we do have some things that we like and dislike about this place. We like how easy it was, we like how nice and big these sites are, and we also like that they had a cone with our name on it when we got here. What we don't like is this right behind us. That's the highway, and being close to the highway comes with its own challenges. I believe that the fire department, the police station, and the hospital are obviously down that road, and they had to use this last night quite often. So if you're passing through, great place to stay, but it's also very loud, so bring your box fan. All right, now to talk about our new problem. Remember yesterday when we were packing up in Springfield, Illinois, and I said, these slides don't make any funny noises, and Alicia said, don't jinx it? These slides actually don't scare me, and they should. It's because they make no irregular noises like that bedroom slide does.
Don't jinx it.
Well, guess what? When we got here last night and put the slides out, it made funny noises. Welcome to the scene of the crime. So last night when we put the slides out, we heard a lot of popping and creaking noises, and guess what? Our slide ski is broke again. So our slide ski is now cracked again. It looks like it has some problems up in here. It's coming apart from the wall. Everything is just all around not good. But since it's time to check out, we're just gonna shove this thing in and hope for the best.
Yikes.
So, how did it sound?
It did not sound great. It's like super scary to sit there and listen to it. You should have been filming that, not me, because I don't like hearing those cracking sounds.
These last few weeks have been really bad.
Right.
First the water leak, then the black tank valve that doesn't open anymore, then yesterday the check engine light, and now we have a broken slide. I'm starting to wonder if we're gonna make it home in one piece.
And as an added bonus, we had the geyser of the poop water come out and touch me. So we're just having all kinds of fun over here. I'm not sure we're gonna make it back in one piece at this point.
All those are gonna be future Kevin's problems. Today, we gotta get on the road and get to Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Should we give this place a train horn even though we weren't here very long?
Yeah.
A little one or a big one?
Big one.
Okay.
I say no.
You say no.
Well, we have to give everybody a train horn. We stayed there, it's our thing. We give them a train horn. So here you go.
A little one. Woohoo! On to Arkansas.
Or Kansas.
He's a pirate today.
Well, I mean, it's a serious question. If it's called Kansas, why is it not called Arkansas? And if it's called Arkansas, why isn't Kansas called Kansas? Answer that riddle for me.
It's another state where they could have not used the S at the end. They could have just been Kansas.
Kansas. Welcome to Kansas. It's either Kansas or it's Arkansas. Somebody's saying it wrong.
I think we've been in the car too long already and we're just getting started.
On to Arkansas!
On to Arkansas. Here we go.
Guess who's back? Back again. And just like that, that problem's gone again. We made it to Wanderlust RV Park here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. All right guys, we made it to our site and this video is starting to run a little long, so I'm gonna speed things up a little bit. And just like that, we're all set up. Just in time for the rain, which is a good thing because we need to go look at this slide. Let's take a look at what is going on with our slide. So it looks like we have broke our slide ski again. And you can see the seal is starting to pop right there. And something's going on in there where it's coming out. And when you push on this right here, it's all loose. You know, this is the third time we've had to fix this. And they just don't last. Like, I mean, I know how to fix it. I know how to make this not cracked. But that is not a fix. That's just a way to make it not crack because it just doesn't last. We actually fixed this year, you know? Hold on. I know exactly how long it's been. We have moved this RV 32 times since we fixed this. So that being said, this thing right here is good for 64 times in or out before it breaks again. So I don't know. I wish there was a better way to fix this. I know when I make it better, it's just not gonna fix it. It's just buying me 32 more moves before I have to fix it again. I've heard of some guys that are doing the stainless steel ones because they do last longer. And it's a problem with these flush floor slides because it has to ride on this edge right here to go into the room. And the guy that helped me fix it both times said, you're on borrowed time every time you fix it. And the more you use it, the more likely it's gonna come back. And we do use it. So, this is broke and there's nothing we can do about it now. So we're gonna do the only thing we know how to do, which is put some tape on it because we wanna keep water out of it, out of all this right here, at least until we get back home and have a chance to fix it the right way. All right, so the way we make this thing waterproof until we get home is I got this waterproof tape at the store we were staying by this morning. So we're gonna cover this up. And the idea is not to actually fix it or make it look good. We just wanna keep the water out of it.
Daddy, I see some cracks up here.
Yeah, hold on. Did y'all see that? Even a 5-year-old knows there's not supposed to be a crack there.
I'm gonna put this.
All right, now that we have the waterproof tape on, it's time to go a step further. And this is a trick an old man from East Texas taught me. Duct tape. There, that should keep the water out. So that is our fix to keep water from getting into our slide until we get home. Now I know that's gonna be ruined the first time it goes in because we've done this before, twice actually. So every time you go in, it rubs on this and will rip all this off. So we know the next time we move, it's all gonna be ripped off. And when we get to Texas, we'll put tape on it until we get ready to fix it, or at least fix it so we don't have to have tape on it. But this is not the ultimate solution. I really don't think there is a solution for this, especially for flush floor slides. This is just one of those things. The more you use it, the more it's gonna break. The rain's coming in, we're all set up. Thanks for hanging out with us. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one.